All right, next 3D shape. Let's do a cylinder. So our cylinder, it could be a soup can, whatever, soda can. We're gonna have a skinny oval at the top. Our lines are gonna come down. This bottom line needs to be parallel to this one. So if this line curves, then this bottom line needs to curve pretty much with the same, so that these are parallel. They curve at the same time. Okay, same thing, our light source. On this one, I'm gonna put it directly to the side, just because of the shape of it, it'll be easier. And I'm gonna pretend, for right now, I'm gonna pretend that this is just a solid top. So will it be shaded? Sure, but not, shouldn't be like darker in any one spot, even though right now it's darker in the middle. I blame my pencil. Okay, let's start with the right side, because that's where our darkness is gonna be. I got that nice crisp line on the right. I'm starting out with just up and down lines, because yes, my can does look like that, but I could also add in some cross hatching with those contour lines in a minute. I'm gonna bring this over. This is really too tall for me to do one solid like psh, 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 psh. So I am kind of blending my up and down lines a little bit. And am I getting outside of the lines? Yeah, a little bit. I think that's okay. I'll just come back in a minute and I'll erase all the bottom extra. I'm gonna flip it a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I was talking about, I could add in cross hatching that will give it that extra 3 dimension. So now I'm starting lines that are going this way, but they're not just going straight. They're trying to follow this curve. So the curve of the can. Especially since I didn't get close to the edge on the top. I want to come back and make sure I get there. The closer you get to the light side, the more you want to think about not going so heavy with your hand and maybe switching the how you hold it. Right now I'm kind of holding it further towards the end, and it just lets me have a lighter touch without feeling like I'm giving it as much of a lighter touch. I don't feel like this is dark enough over here yet. And notice how much time each of one of these takes. Like, it's not a quick process. It's very much like you put a base layer down. I went from like left to right, sort of just getting that base layer of the shade right next to the lightness, and then I'm just adding in, as I step back, I'm adding in more. All right, I feel good about that. I'm good to stop there. Now, if instead of this being, instead of it being a solid top, let's say it was the inside of the can, we would have darkness on this side and our light, because we would be able to see the light on that side. So it's like the more to the bottom, the darker it would be. The closer to the top, the lighter it would be, because that light is peeking up over the edge. But right at the edge, it would be pretty crisp and dark. It's almost like the opposite of what's going on down below. And we need a shadow. So same thing, our shadow would start down there. And this one would look fairly square, I believe. I need to get darker near the bottom. I think I might have gone too tall on it, actually. See how it's easier to erase those light lines. Okay. Bring that out. Dark, 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 dark. That is dark. All right. Good with that. All right, there we go. That's our cylinder. Next.